On September 7th, 2015, at 2:28 a.m., Corinne McCabe received a bizarre and troubling voicemail from her husband Henry. The 32-year-old auditor for the Minnesota Department of Revenue could be heard screaming and saying that someone had shot him. The last 2 minutes of Henry's call was recorded and featured high-pitched sounds of Henry moaning in pain, as well as unexplained growling noises. After several seconds of silence, a man could be heard saying "stop it" before the call concluded. The full phone call has never been released to the public, but snippets are available, which will be played now. Henry McCabe was reported missing the next morning, and police searched for the man, who was an immigrant from Liberia and had been active in the Liberian American community. He had 2 daughters with wife Corinne and was well liked. Whilst his young family was on holiday in California, Henry stayed in Mounds View, Minnesota. He went to a nightclub with friends at a nearby town, and while the night was largely your typical boys' night, it is stated that a friend had taken Henry's wallet to prevent him from buying more drinks. They left the club at around 2 a.m, and Henry was being driven home by one of his friends, William Kennedy, when he asked to be dropped off at a gas station in Fridley, a city that was approximately 6 minutes away from the Spring Lake Park, the location of the nightclub, but more bizarrely, it was in the opposite direction of Mounds View, where McCabe lived. Police became suspicious of Kennedy when they checked the surveillance cameras at the gas station and found no signs of McCabe, but Kennedy was merely mistaken about the location of the gas station, and when authorities checked the cameras at the hotel station between Central Avenue and Hackman Avenue, they confirmed that Henry McCabe had been dropped off. It is unclear what Henry did from here, but police discovered that he made 3 phone calls, which pinged on towers of 3 different towns: Spring Lake Park, Fridley, and New Brighton, the last being that of the disturbing voicemail heard earlier. Members of the Liberian American community began searching for McCabe, and a $10,000 reward was also offered, but it was unsuccessful, and as a month passed, police feared the worst. McCabe had a beautiful family and good job. There were no signs that he wanted to disappear or harm himself. Water Patrol did an extensive search of Rice Creek and found nothing, but then on November 2nd, the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office was alerted by a kayaker of a dead body in Rush Lake in New Brighton. The body was decomposed to the point where age, race, and gender could not be identified, but after tests were completed 2 days later, it was confirmed to be the remains of Henry McCabe. Weeks later, autopsy results were released, with Henry's cause of death being determined to have been drowning. There was no evidence of a stabbing or gunshot wounds. While it would be easy to accept the cause of death as drowning, it is hard to make sense of the bizarre voicemail Henry McCabe left his wife on the night of his death. It remains unexplained to this very day.